I'm here, I'm back. Okay. Are we good? Okay, right. Well, we have... What do we have right now? We have a plate of tea cookies, a cup of tea that I poured an hour ago, a list of things to talk about, because I actually wrote one this time. And I also have... someone else's bulk that was repackaged and sold in a dollar store for my benefit. I bought more card packs at the dollar store, so we're gonna have some fun opening that. After of course I get through the Anime North recap. So Anime North, I went. I had fun, but I will admit there are some things that I wish the convention would do to make it the convention that it's thinks it is. I will start off by saying, maybe I didn't bring the correct shoes, but I did wear these shoes at Otakuthon last year, and I didn't have these problems. So this might be a side effect of having a convention be in several different buildings, having to walk in between them on a very hard parking lot, and having not many places to sit down. I think there's like 5 total over the entirety of the 3 buildings. But hey, I saw lots of panels in the same forums, with some scheduled overlapping. Maybe a bit of an oopsie on their part. Photo shoots. I went and saw some. Unfortunately, I didn't get to the photo shoot that would pertain to the character that I was cosplaying as, because I couldn't find it because the map was confusing. You'd think it'd be, you know, the patch of grass in front of the convention center, but it's actually the patch of grass in between 2 different roads. But for the photo shoots that I was able to find, I had fun. There was the VTuber one, someone made a shrine, and... oh, I have frozen for some reason. That's not advisable. Oh, I'm back. I was frozen for some reason. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh, I'm frozen again. I don't know why that's happening. Could it be a side effect of the fact that I have installed new lights in this room? And even though I have recalibrated many times, let me tell you, it's not an exact science. Not an inexact science either. It's somewhere in between. But regardless, VTuber photo shoot, that was fun. Saw lots of people, saw another person with the Momo shirt. Of course, they were like, what, Momo 230? And mine is 4 digits. But it's nice to know that we propagate throughout the nation. And also the Homestuck photo shoot, also nice to know that we still propagate throughout the nation. Ah, I wish I brought my Vriska, but then again, I'd have to do the gray face paint, and, like, I have it, and it's, like, fine, whatever. But also, I don't want to be in gray face paint for the entire day. Again. Maybe. Call me next week. But yeah. Can I say that we are back? Because we are back. I mean, we've been back for a while, but presence at conventions, that's pretty good. What else? using con map. The shoe issue, I think I've gone over that. Well, the shoe issue did, but unfortunately I didn't get to finishing the cosplays that I had planned because the night before I had to leave for my train, I stayed up all night praying to the cosplay gods, of course, that I could get things done in time. And though I was awarded with swift crafting skills, I was also given a solemn reminder that if I rush through something now and screw it up, fixing it later on will be impossible, very difficult, and very expensive. So, for the sake of having these costumes be in better condition for Otakuthon in a few months, I cleaned up my Ritsuko cosplay and put that in my suitcase, and I had fun, and maybe I will bring flats. Or insoles. Admittedly, the only gel inserts that I brought were not for shoes. But of course, the shoe debacle led me to decide that I should have a costume with shoes that are comfortable to wear. And so, for Otakuthon, I will hopefully prepare a cosplay of Darkness from Konosuba. You know, at Anime North, I saw a Kazuma as I was walking into the North building to get my badge. I saw an Aqua walking down the side of the South building, I think. And I saw plenty of Megamans. But I never saw a Darkness. I think I might even have seen a Union, and... So there's a niche to be filled. And it's kind of strange, because, like, 100% of the people that I talked to about Konosuba are like, oh my god, Darkness is my favorite character. And she's my favorite character too, for multiple reasons. I have her pop-up parade figure right next to me. So, maybe that will be... I say maybe that'll be a thing that happens. Of course it's gonna happen. I could probably do it way under budget. I already have some ideas turning. I could... With broadcloth being $6.99 a meter, I could easily... Look, I already spent a ton of money on the materials for Satsuki and Kafka, and those still aren't finished. And I'll continue working on those after I get all these extra new model stuff done. But, what was I thinking of? Yeah, I already have a lot of stuff here that I can work with, so I don't need to buy any, like, too many things here. Like, I've got silver spray paint, I've got... I mean, I can just go to the craft store, or the dollar store. When I was at the dollar store, I was like, oh, I'm gonna need this for the Darkness cosplay. Got some masking tape and some more metallic permanent markers. Glue sticks, maybe? I needed glue sticks, not necessarily related to the costume. But yeah, that's fine. I have like a meter squared of Lumen's Workshop Econo foam that they don't sell anymore, so... kind of a relic, and it was made to be used, so I will use it. And I still have a small amount of 5mm form light, and what I had left of 10mm that I didn't use for Bakuzan, which I still need to paint. The Plasti Dip is still kind of tacky, so I'm letting it properly gas out, so I don't... I mean, look, I rushed it when I was trying to do all those things during that one all-nighter, and, well, the cosplay gods blessed me with having an actual normal sleep schedule for the convention, so... Hey, the only gods that don't scorn me. But yes, I'll have hopefully all that stuff done for Otakuthon, which the first day is on the 8th of August, the creator's birthday. So that'll be, well, it was going to happen one of these years, obviously, so... And if you'll notice, the model that I'm using is fixed. I have all the components that are supposed to be here. The things that are not supposed to be here are deleted. And I can safely say that I don't want to work on this model ever again. If I work on it, I will be using the version with the old outfits because that is less hardware intensive, because the texture atlas is much less. It'll be outfit set C, then if that ever happens, which I feel I'm prepared for another year or two. But there are a lot more models on the way, so I'm just getting all those, the designs of them finalized, and hopefully I can start to do the art, and then the rigging, and then who knows when you'll see them. Quite a while before you might see them, so it's good to get all this stuff done beforehand. You know, like making new outfits that may serve a purpose or two. There's one that I'd like to show, but I'm not sure that I can show it without changing categories to pools. Wink. But, I guess that's all for Anime North and things that I had to talk to, so... Things that I had to talk to? I'm talking to you guys. Things that I had to talk about. And so let's open some dollar store trading cards. Let's have some fun with this, right? I'm gonna have some fun. I like shiny cardboard, and even if... we might even get something that I need for my collection. Highly unlikely, but it might happen. Right. How many of these did I buy? I have 2 15 packs, 2 4 packs, and 1 premium card pack with 3 of them in it, which is probably going to be the lowest. I don't have very high hopes for that one. So anyways, let's crack open, let's gently snip this open. Then after this whole thing, we're gonna play some Star Rail, because I haven't played Star Rail in a while. Should probably have Bulbapedia open so I could reference where these come from. Alright, I have those lined up, so hopefully I could match the symbols to the set, and... Alright, those are the backs of the cards, and... Ooh. Alright, we have a Garbodor from Paradox Rift. 117 out of 182. Good start. The first thing we have, and it's absolute trash. And then we have a Goomy from Lost Origin. 132 out of 196. And this one's upside down. And it's a Gloom from Crown Zenith. 2 out of 159. And a Magnezone from Surging Sparks. 60 out of 191. A Wurmple from Lost Origin. 6 out of 196. Ooh. A Special Energy, a Wash Energy from Vivid Voltage. 165 out of 185. A Trainer card Boss's Orders featuring Cyrus from Brilliant Stars, 132 out of 172. And we have a Bergamite from Astral Radiance, 47 out of 189. Look, this is... One of these days we'll get a hand cam and this will be much more interesting to do. But this is the best I can do. Okay. We have a Poochiana from Temporal Forces, 105 out of 162. A Snorlax from Surging Sparks, 144 out of 191. And... wow. Gym Trainer from Shining Fates. A Fire Energy. A Fighting Energy. And a Heliolisk from Twilight Masquerade. And a Wiglet from Temporal Forces. And that's actually, you know, some pretty good cards, I think. Will be nice to put them in the binder. And now on to our second 15-pack. Look, I really want to have some of my cookies that I put out on a plate, but I also don't want to get these cards dirty. They're not valuable by any means, and I hate the concept of the secondary market, but hey. I keep things tidy here. Alright, what? A Florges from Twilight Masquerade, again. A Panseer from Fusion Strike. A Cinccino from... what symbol is that? Oh, from Crimson Invasion. How long was that sitting there? A Pasho Berry from Surging Sparks. A Gift Energy from Lost Origin. Ooh, a Horror Energy. From... what symbol is that? From Rebel Clash. A Boss's Orders featuring Lysander. From Shining Fates. A Slowbro from 151. A Torracat from Silver Tempest. Oh, wow. A Golbat from Phantom Forces. How long was that in there? Okay, what symbol is that? Okay. It's a Reuniclus from Temporal Forces. And a Fighting Energy. Lightning Energy. A Tinkaton from Paradox Rift. And a Solosis from Silver Tempest. You know, one of these days I'm gonna get a Ralts. And it's gonna be a Ralts that I already have, because I think I have most of the modern Raltses. Well, the modern Raltses that are common. Buying singles right now is kind of iffy subject, don't want to get into it. Okay, let's do one of these 4 trading cards. Are we going to get something interesting? I think not, but we're gonna see what we find, and if it's something shiny, then we'll say hurrah. We have an Electabuzz from Stellar Crown. We have a reverse hollow Lillipup from, what the fuck is that? From Evolving Skies. And a Maractus from Paldean Fates. It's not the card that I would have preferred from this set, but... And a Rhyhod, also from Evolving Skies. Wow, reverse hollow Lillipup. That's something. Well, at least this is scratching an itch. And if someone has if someone has scritches, please give them to me. Alright, let's open up our other one. We're never gonna replicate the high of getting a promo Leafeon. And we have... a Pangoro from Stellar Crown. Oh. A reverse hollow Charcadet. Or Charcadet. Firechild. Whatever. Reverse hollow Charcadet from Paradox Rift. Another fucking Maractus from Paradox Rift. I'm not shitting you guys. I got a Ralts from Silver Tempest. Oh, it's one that I already have. But I think I might have it only in reverse hollow. Let me check. Where's my binder? Where did I put it? Because I'm sleeving this, and I'm putting it in the binder, because it might be a version of a card that I don't actually have. Also, speaking of new acquisitions to the binder, I finally got a Gardevoir level X. It said it was damaged, but hey, some places would pass that as a moderately played. And I also got the, a full art Iron Valiant. Where the hell is my binder? Shit. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go search for my binder. Found it. It was under a bunch of stuff. Hold on, I'm actually gonna take my phone off my thingy and take a picture of it. Because this is funny, and... Look, if I didn't capture it on stream, no one would believe me. Okay, I got a picture of it. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to Kat. Got another Delastro pack to open on stream. There's something about pulling a rope. What did I say? Whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is that I... Okay. Oh, I forgot to put my phone back up so we can... Hello, I'm a VTuber. I need to actually be seen doing things. Oh, wait. Sorry, that's my Bulbapedia. My Bulbapedia. I owned it. I bought it. Of the many things that I bought on my trip to Anime North, apparently I bought Bulbapedia. But yes, I'm not fooling with you. There it is, the picture of the Ralts that I just pulled. Let's actually see if I have this card. Which maybe I do, or maybe it's one of the ones that I only got a reverse holo of. Alright, let's see. Radiant Collection. Oh my god. I only have the Reverse Holo and World Championship editions of it. I actually did not have this card. Oh my god, that's amazing! See, sometimes you... Look, it's a common card. Wow. Don't worry, we'll get to Star Rail in a bit. Just let me get a sleeve. Hopefully I can get the normal versions of the Corellia and Gardevoir that go with this, because I too only have those in Reverse Holo. I'm not prioritizing having the normals and Reverse Holos for my little master set, but it'd be nice. Because for some of these, I only have the Reverse Holos. For some of them, I have both. For the Killing Rain Gardevoir, I have both the Reverse Holo and the normal one. Actually, I actually don't have a normal one. I have the version that came in the Deoxys V deck, which is a special version because it's actually non-holo. So I guess I still need to get a regular Chilling Rain Gardevoir. Alright, that's something. Alright, let's see what's in this last pack. Top that, bitch. This is the premium one, so while you might have high hopes for it, I don't. Alright, let's see what we have. A Galarian Surfetched from Chilling Rain. A Reverse Hollow Voltorb from Fusion Strike. And the last one... Oh. A Luxray from Battle Styles. Sorry, you can't be... You're not a Ralts. I don't care. What do you mean I have 2 Maractuses now? Let's start a band. Because it's a Maraca cactus. Well, that was fun. $20 well spent. What would $20 get me buying regular Pokemon cards? I don't know. 1.5 packs? They say to support your local card store, but I don't want to pay that amount of money. Well, that was something. Now on to Star Rail. I'll take a sip of my tea and a bite of a cookie. And I'll change my info. You better not be updating. Look, I don't have the patience to update right now. What outfit should we be in for this? Never mind, we're frozen. Do I have to... I have to be on that? The hotkey to thing? Yeah, my hotkeys are just straight up not working when I'm clicking on the Star Rail. Damn. Made? None? Maybe not that one. Sure. Maybe? No. None. Let's be holy tonight. Alright, maybe I might need to edit some things on this, but I don't want to. Alright, that was a fun adventure. I got a Ralt that I needed. Oh. I'm back. Thank you, Pom Pom. Things are going on. Starlit Homecoming. Turn rewards. Select a character and immediately gain a relic that matches the main stat and set. Wow, this is a lot of stuff that I think I'm gonna have to think about. Check in. Double rewards. We'll do all this later. Look, I need to get back into the swing of things because I spent a lot of time con crunching and working on models, and it's nice to be back. Gift of Odyssey, let's also collect this. This a sequel? Hmm. I'll do the survey later. I'll do this all later. Hello! Hello, Ron Mays. Chest. What an angle. Hello, Ron May. What are you doing here? Right, there was also a Honkai panel at Anime North that I went to, and I enjoyed my time because we played Kahoot. And one of the presenters there was an artist that did artwork for MiHoYo. He was giving out stickers, and I got a couple, and they're gorgeous. And I went to see your booth in the Industry Hall, and I got some charms of Kafka and Himeko. I got so many charms. I need to get a proper eat-a bag. Alright, let's get back. Right, I don't have any simulated universe save files anymore. It's alright, Divergent Universe. Whatever, it's the same thing. Alright, let's get... How many more of these dream catchers do I need for Pela? I'd say this team is more than capable of doing this.
You can fight it or rock with it. Still waters of oblivion. Time to say bye. Boom. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Stand still.
I forgot that my toggles don't work on Star Rail.
Boom. Relax. Time to say bye. Boom.
I would have loved to do art for this stream,
I weep for the
but my tablet pen is currently charging, and it hasn't fully charged in a long time, so... Just need 37 of those, then let's keep going.
Time to say bye. Boom. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Boom. Still waters of oblivion. Again. Relax.
Let's rock. You can fight it or rock with it.
Time to say bye. Boom. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I think I have enough materials, at least for Satsuki.
Stand still.
I might... Well, obviously I need to get new material for Darkness, because I only decided I was doing that over the weekend. Last weekend, obviously.
Time to say bye. Boom. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Time to say bye. Boom.
But whatever, I think I have enough materials.
Keep up. You can fight it.
And whatever I can get will be cheaper. We just need 2 meters of some black stretch fabric.
Time to say bye.
Maybe a meter
Boom.
or so of some yellowish orange fabric. Meter of some orange fabric.
I weep for the departed.
Some kind of white fabric.
It too shall fall.
Probably gonna use a lot of broadcloth because it's cheap. And has very agreeable properties. It may need to be ironed, but it's very easy to iron. One more time. So obviously I'll look at what my options are and try not to spend more than $50.
Stand still.
I think I'm already gonna have to buy like a $20 bottle of...
I weep for the
Well, it's gonna be 3 liters, but 3 liters of wet glue.
It too shall fall.
Because that's gonna last me for a while, because I don't think this half-liter bottle that I have and have been working through for years will last
You
me
can fight it.
the entirety of coating Darkness's armor.
Time to say bye. Boom.
All 4 pieces of it. But hey, we'll get it done. Will we?
For oblivion.
I got quite a lot done when I was crunching.
It too shall fall.
I only watched Vixen the Reindeer commentating over horse race tests 3 times.
Stand still.
I'll watch it a 4th time.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Because if there's one thing we do on this stream, is love Marissa Lenti, apparently. I mean,
For oblivion. Relax.
Let's rock.
I weep for the departed.
for the anime that I've seen her in, and games, pretty good. Isn't she in Zenless?
Time to say bye. Boom.
Regardless, in these times, just remember to be nice to voice actors.
Still waters of oblivion.
Where was I going with this?
Stand still.
You can fight it or rock with it.
Time to say bye.
Oh, well, speaking of voice actors, once I have all my cosplays and models done,
I weep for the
I will
departed.
be moving on to a project with Germic, which we may have hinted at, or even outright stated what it's about on previous streams, but
Time to say bye. Boom.
Let's just say that the word will be mum from now on until we can hammer out some details. More. At least a couple more times.
Destined for oblivion. Relax.
Let's rock.
Time to say bye. Boom. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Still waters of oblivion. Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom. Destined for oblivion.
And of course, in the week that I have been recovering,
You can fight it.
let's just say that
Rock with it.
the shoe situation has led to me not having
It too shall fall.
the best situation with my ankles, and I have been having some trouble walking down the stairs. But I'm slowly recovering, and during my recovery, I watched Konosuba 2 finally. Been meaning to do that for
Time to say bye.
a few years.
Boom.
And yeah. Darkness is very appreciated in that season.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Time to say bye. Boom. Destined for oblivion.
Let's rock.
Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom.
You see, I get why people wouldn't want to cosplay Darkness, but I also see that as a reason to absolutely cosplay Darkness.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Alright, we have everything we need for Pela. Let's talk to Rodmay.
I imagine the flowers on the Express wither quite quickly once their vibrancy fades.
Actually, they're fake flowers.
I'm researching a cultivation technique to preserve flowers forever. Not by turning them into dried flowers, but by allowing water and life to perpetually flow within their stems.
Wouldn't it be better to just replace the water with resin? I suppose during the curing process of the resin it would alter the pigmentation of the flower and...
However, I'm concerned that making the ephemeral
Exactly.
might strip flowers of their fleeting beauty. Would a rose by any other name smell as sweet?
Flowers are beautiful because they wither. Why not produce some dried flowers, or how about embroidering their likeness? I want to get into some embroidery. It seems like a nice way to not be wasting away in bed when I'm not doing things that are on the floor.
I shan't discount it. There are countless ways to immortalize the most dazzling moments of a flower's life.
Like photography, or painting a picture of it, or painting a picture of the photo.
But what remains most unforgettable is the profound sensation of watching a flower fade away, and the heartache that accompanies it.
I get your feeling, Ron-May, but also it's kind of hard to take this as a somber moment when Robin is right in my ear. Shut up, shush. Wait. Multiplayer mode? Anyways, I have a lot of stuff to collect. 2 hours? Maintenance? Bug fixes? I didn't experience any of them, but I'll take it. Multiplayer mode. Seal slammers. We'll do that later. My assignments, right. Listen, it's been, more than 2 weeks. And we're done. Nameless Honor. Already at level 2, that's fantastic. A lot of stuff that we can do. A lot of stuff that I will do later. Adorable. Why are you getting a rerun this early? Where is Black Swan? Look, to be honest, having a The Herda would be great for me. Hold on. Well, to be frank, it's going to be quite a while before we get a Black Swan rerun, and... well, what is my pity at? Because while I could use another Serval or another Natasha, do I have all my Natashas? I know I have all my Mishas. No, I just got a Serval. Oh, look at me, so greedy. Yukong. Okay, so it's Japard. It's really only 30? Well, 32. But what's a... we can afford it. We've got 16,000 jades. Any character I want, I can have. Any character I want, I will have. That's a Misha, that's a refundable. Alright. Look, having a The Herda will be great. Because of all the erudition that I use. Wait, do I have all my Natashas? I don't know. Well, happy Pride, everyone. I mean, look, you can't watch that animation and not think exactly what everyone is thinking. Look, even Allegra Clark says that, yeah. This... I mean, damn. Who... We'll put it on Black Swan. Well, hey, that's almost. Alright, let's... Oh, we can only get 3 of those. Oh. Oh, I do have all my Natashas. Well, alright. Might as well get to the Herda. We got a Serval. Hey, I didn't have all my Servals. Good to know. We'll get more Jades later. It's adorable. I'll put it on hook. A loop. Okay, we have a loop. Sagacity. What at the Herda? It's almost like I knew that I had a guaranteed 5-star, and whatever. It'll be a while before Black Swan's rerun. And a Serval. That's a refunded pull. I did it. Look. I got out of the Herda. I'm looking. Wait, is that... Yeah, she's got her own back. Anyways, I guess I'm also capped on Servals. Great.
Rock and roll might be my only true companion.
There we go, I got it the Herda. Wait, I forgot, how many Acherons do I have? Only the one, okay. How many Kafkas do I have? Only the one. Really? Anyways, Pela, because I need more Nihility characters. Traces. We get these things to use them.
This is valuable intel.
And Pela is pretty high on my list of favorite characters, actually, and I will not back down on this. Pela is a Raiden Mei. You can see the resemblance, can't you? Pale is a version of Raiden Mei that actually has something happy going on. I have all my Palas. That needs to be done. Do something with that. we'll just keep on doing this. Yep. That's handy. Alright, I guess we do need to get more of these. Is that enough? Wait, hold on. If we do that, then we don't need to... Huh. What's the better value here? I'm gonna wait. Payla's gonna be great. In the meantime of not having Black Swan. I did it. I'm doing so many things. I did it. I got the Herda. Yeah, I'll get to Steel Slammers later. I just need to do the, everything else. Still not saying that I'm done with Luminary War Dance, even though I did that. I need to... Look, I have the ability to do a lot of these things, but also... Oh, I need to get back into this. I need to get back into the swing of things. I need to actually have leisure. Oh, my pen is done charging. Wink. Gift of Odyssey, we'll collect that tomorrow. Starlit Homecoming. Homecoming assistance. Feature description. Any unused vouchers will be removed. Okay, fuel vouchers. Sure, I'll claim a relic. What should... None of these are good for what I need, to be honest. Let's be TBQH here. Most of these characters already have 5-star armor sets. Armor sets? Maybe this is an armor set. Get something for the Herda. What is that? Scholar Lost in Erudition? Was that especially made for the Herda? Hmm. This will be hilarious. Look, now the Herda has a set. It's 4-star, and you know what? I'll do that later. 7-day check-in. I'll do that over the next week. Well, alright. There's also the light cones. No way I'd be able to get that. Stay tuned. I'm so tuned you don't even know. Let's get all those. I'll wait to make my decision on that. How many is 7? Can I get more?
The good stuff is further ahead. Don't stop now.
Now we have 8. Come on, Nameless Honor, how close are we to getting another level 10? Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna synthesize so many consumables. What do I actually use? These. Probably the most useful item in the game. We'll do this quickly. Tavern of Corrosion. Probably. Neverwinter Hill. Sure, let's get Palis in better gear. Or at least try to. What is this? Auto salvage. Okay. Okay. Who do we need right here? Wait, hold on. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's see what we have in options of support. Okay. Well, let's do that, then. Let's take advantage of the gifts that we were given. Special mechanism active. Is that my auto salvage?
Boom.
You won't get away.
Stand still.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed.
Well, people seem to be interested in playing Oblivion lately. The long-awaited sequel to the Elder Scrolls V. It's the Elder Scrolls 4.
Still waters of oblivion.
What happened?
Just a little something.
Is the special mechanism that everyone dies? That's not good.
For oblivion.
You won't get away.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Still waters of oblivion.
You won't get away.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Nap time.
Destined for oblivion.
Well, alright. I guess Acheron goes in this place. And Firefly, why not?
What will they experience on the journey to the other side?
Alright, let's do this thing. Do I have any? I have some tea left.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
You won't get away.
Set the seas aflame!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
You won't get away.
Fight to live!
Again.
You won't get away.
Still waters of oblivion.
Set the seas aflame! Sagacious discernment! Fight to live!
Nap time.
Destined for oblivion.
You won't get away.
One more time. One more again. I don't know if any of this stuff is going to be better for Pela,
Humanity never
but...
conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Well, I can't do much worse at this point.
Burns to ashes!
You won't get away.
Fight to live! Set the seas aflame!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
You won't get away.
You know,
You won't get away.
Still waters of
you know, I think the decaying shadow actually kind of hot.
That's better.
Remember this moment. Set the seas aflame!
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Anyways,
for oblivion.
Nap time.
one more again. Crit rate. Mm-hmm.
Until everything burns to ashes!
You won't
Boy, I think after this and we do all this stuff and...
I weep for the departed.
Well,
It too shall fall.
You won't get away.
maybe I'll go to sleep at a normal time tonight.
You won't get away.
Monday will be a work day.
Still
And
water.
by work, I mean working on models and cosplays and things that are happening that I probably shouldn't say lest they invoke certain emotions
Desire to control the heavens, and
relevant to things that have happened previously. You know, the G word. Oh, not enough. Well, you know what? It's only 320 stellar jades. Loop?
Nice to meet you. I'm Natasha, an underworld doctor. Feeling sick? Nice to meet you. I'm Natasha, an underworld doctor. Feeling sick?
Mm-hmm. Allow me to be one of the few people that actually kind of love that ad. And this light cone. And Natasha. Did I mention that I have a thing for medical professionals? Yes, but I love our resident underworld doctor feeling sick. As if the cosplay that I made isn't proof of that enough. Being probably the only person that made a full Natasha cosplay. But that's great, I'll give it to my Bailu. I don't even have it on my Natasha because I have a slightly better light cone. But my Bailu uses post-op conversation. Wait. I only had one of those? Yeah, if we can get another one of those, then that's great. Well, I suppose I'll make the moves on getting ready for bed. Maybe even doing some tidying up. Because another consequence of con crunching is that you make a lot of mess. And you know, I just want to relax. I'm gonna... Hey, Pom Pom. Pom Pom just walked by on the screen. They're an absolute gem. Well, that brings me to another thing. I saw someone in one of the little walk-around Pom Pom mascot costumes. That was pretty sweet. Especially since, well, the weather actually was agreeable from what I've heard other people say about previous editions of Anime North. It was kind of rainy, kind of windy, kind of cold. But the sun came out when it needed to. And I'm actually a pretty big fan of cold weather. So here's hoping that, well... See, the thing about Otakuthon is that it rains on one of the days. This has been happening for years. There's no science behind it. For one reason or another, it always rains one day of Otakuthon. So, we can expect some cool weather next convention. But I guess, without further ado, I'll see you all guys later, and you're welcome. Wait, hold on. We gotta better ease into that. Though it's only been about an hour and a half I've been with you, it's an hour and a half I wouldn't have spent doing anything else. I have a lot of fun adventures pulling dollar store card packs and actually getting one card that I needed for my little master set, which was quite surprising. You know, if we didn't capture these moments on stream, would they even have happened? Might be a bit of a jaded way of looking at things, but whatever, don't mind me. But we're not quite back yet, after all. Sunday isn't a usual streaming day for me, but whenever I'll be back, and hopefully I'll be back soon. But until then, you're welcome for the show. Good night.